Today we are going to learn philosophy of life. The master believed that man must use his reason in the right way if he desires to be happy in this world. He rarely sought the support of scripture to persuade people to adopt the ideal of divine experience. A rational analysis of our everyday experience was his chief argument. He held that the unfundamental need of man is inward comfort which issues from a spiritual outlook on life. Man grows in age, wealth, knowledge, and power over nature, but he does not grow in spirit, virtue, and wisdom. The more he grows in wealth and power over nature, the more he misuses them. He becomes terribly selfish. He brings other individuals under his control and dehumanizes them for personal aims. Many loses his importance and is made a mere object among other objects in the world. But man alone among the animals possesses the freedom to rise to higher moral and spiritual plans of existence. He has the freedom to think and to will his progress. Hence, man must start his upward march by first knowing himself. Man is more than his body and mind, he is also spirit. If he lives a life in the forgetting of spirit, he is under the spell of avidya, that is ignorance. Avidya gives rise to selfishness in all forms. This is the condition of sin and suffering. It causes anxiety and insecurity. It is filled with fear of death. If man lives a life in the awareness of spirit, he is in the realm of vidya, that is knowledge. Knowledge gives rise to wisdom, virtue, and divine ananda. It is the condition of freedom, that is moksha, and immortality, that is amrit. This is a divine experience. God is nothing but the absolute from the human point of view. He creates the world out of himself. He is immanent in everything that is created. There is nothing in the world so low, but God is present in it. Man will remain restless until he installs himself in God. The world of samskara, that is a change, is the opportunity given to man for self-knowledge. Contemplation is the gateway to the God in man. Completion can be achieved most easily and naturally through love towards God. Love, that is attachment to God, means a detachment to worldly things. Attachment develops through companionship. Man can keep company with God directly through his remembrance. The divine name is the royal road to hold God fast in memory. Therefore, the name of God is the most valuable means to install oneself at the feet of the Lord. In short, the divine name is the Prince of Sarnaths. The Master was a humanist in every sense, but he pointed out that God was more than humanity. He believed in the power of reason, but he was conscious that divine experience lay beyond it. He was averse to discard old traditions, but he did not advocate a strict adherence to them. He never failed to pay homage to great saints of the past, but he always spoke on the authority of personal experience. He advocated a synthesis of the worldly and the spiritual detachment he held was the heart of spiritual life. Hence, he desired that his disciples should be truly detachment from the world and yet never neglect their normal duties of family and social life. In spiritual life, man must become a spectator of himself and of others. All his life, the Master showed the way to fight against the evil in man's heart. He did not like people who wasted time in merely regretting that they were not free from evil and sin. He wanted them to start uttering the name of God instead. He loved old age, for he said, growing old is an art. An old man must become convinced of the control of God behind the scheme of things and events. He attempted all his life to reveal the beauties of divine life to men and women of faith and sincerity. What he hoped for was their conversion to a life of divine love. What he cared for was the divine name and the divine experience. To him, a godless life was empty and without comfort. He believed that culture must have a spiritual basis. It should help man to discover God for himself and to lead others to him. Saints alone would make man happy.